Good morning from hell. It's your good friend Clayton out on the town with Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Terrible, because I'm dead, and my eternal punishment is to do this podcast where we interview everyone in hell and just the afterlife. We sometimes, make exceptions, people who aren't even in hell. And I'm joined by, Clayton, the
Well, you're joined by me. No, I'm joined. Wait, you're joining me.
Satan's little brother, Clayton.
Yeah, okay, well, you don't have to say who my brother is. We bring that up every episode. I think people know by now. I mean, it even rhymes and everything. Mom did not get very creative with the names. Anywho, hey, we're doing a bit of a break from tradition, aren't we, Chris? Where are we right now?
Well, we're waiting to get seated at, this is your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. It's the best restaurant this side of hell. Oh, it's so good. Have you ever eaten at Donnie's?
No, I haven't. I haven't eaten in a long time.
That's right. I forget. I don't feed you. Yeah, no. This is Donnie's. It's the best restaurant in hell. 6 stars. Upside down, of course. The exquisite meals.
It's kind of you said it was a special occasion.
Oh, yeah, the most special occasion, Chris. I mean, it's the new year, which means we've been in business. We've been back in business for a year, So let's celebrate. Let's get going.
It hasn't been a year.
No, it's 2025. It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been 3 months, maybe. Ish.
Well, we already went over the year transition, so we've been in business for a year now, full year. That's how that maths.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna feed you nice and good. We're gonna get some food. We're gonna just hang out. I don't even know if we'll be interviewing anybody this episode. And that's fine. I think just a nice, classy, not romantic dinner with my good friend Chris here at my favorite restaurant, Donnie's. Let's just get this year going off to a good start. Off to the right. On the right foot, on the right cloven foot.
Cool, yeah, so,
speaking of the devil, looks like our table's about ready.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Donny's. I'm George Donna. I'll be your host today. So good to see you back here, Clayton.
Oh, George, it's always a pleasure to be here. I love this establishment, so glad to support it.
And I seen you brought some nice sourced patrons.
Yeah.
Hi, it's very fancy. I don't even know what to do with all these knives and forks and spoons. There's so many on the table. Wow.
Oh, well, here at Donny's, we like to make sure everything stays nice and sanitized. So, once you use your fork one time on something, you probably want to throw it away, get ready to use it on the next thing. Bacteria grows very, very fast down here.
Yeah, Chris, they're very on top. I mean, they have the best, health rating of any restaurant in hell. Not saying much, but, George runs a tight-knit, he runs a clean establishment here.
You are the owner of you're the main chef? Or?
Yes. I do. I wear many hats down here, and I tell you, it's been fantastic. Oh, let's say it's been about 150 years. It's been fantastic down here. Lots of people come through, screaming reviews. If you have the chance, just go ahead and leave us a little 5 stars on Yelp.
Okay.
And what do you think of the decor? It's very rare that I get new fresh meat down here. What do you think of it?
I haven't eaten anything yet, but it smells good. I'll tell you that. Walking in here, I was like, that smells good. That smells good.
And I love the atmosphere here. It's kind of got this 18th century kind of Oregon Trail vibe, a lot of wagon wheels and very old-timey America.
Yes. We've got the skull and bones of the oxen up there on the walls. And, I don't know much about the smartphones and anything, but we're a smartphone free zone here. So you get to be able to eat nice and privately and quietly as much as you want. So we make sure we make the dining experience as nice as possible.
Yeah. Just like the olden days. No Wi-Fi, no internet, just friends enjoying the moment, enjoying their friends.
Oh, yes. I jump when I hear a doorbell. It scares the daylights out of me.
Yeah.
So how did you get into the restaurant business?
Well, I went to the lovely culinary school in Sierra Nevada, and from there I had a nice little crash course in just the proper ways of making the best out of what you got. A lot of our most famous meals come from just kind of ooh, this is all I have, scraps. And so I got really good at putting scraps together into meals, and then someone said, you know what, you should start a restaurant. And I was like, you know what, that's definitely what's going to happen. And I just have a passion for cooking, also just a passion for fine dining and the experience, if you look right there to your left, there's a deboning knife right there. You don't get that in a lot of places. Never seen there in the steakhouse.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw a deboning knife, Chris? I mean, probably yesterday when I was torturing you, but...
Yeah. But it's a different type of knife in that Wait, that's just a knife then.
Yeah. Well, and I love your scrappy origins, George. I mean, what's that saying? Desperation is like the mother of invention, So, I mean, you are like Nikola Tesla of inventing foods to eat. You are a clever guy.
Listen, we waste nothing here, okay? Anything can be turned into a gravy, a seasoning, a sauce, some garnish. Nothing goes to waste. And I learned that in the Sierra Nevada from one of our many great teamsters and guides.
Okay.
There's some really good guides.
Tell me more about this school that you went to.
Oh, well, again, crash course, kind of like an online school type situation, whatever online means. I don't really know. I just hear it a lot when people come in here. But it's very fast. Lasted about a whole winter. Can you believe that? I learned how to cook and open a restaurant in one winter.
What? That is a crash course.
Yeah.
But here he is, 300 years later, and he's got one of the best restaurants in hell. So, you're doing something right, George.
Yeah.
You got a knack for it.
Yeah, and people love just how fresh our sourced meats are. Like when I tell you fresh, like moving 5 minutes ago, not moving now. Now it's beef carpaccio. Like just that fresh. No frozen meats unless we found it that way.
Do we have what are we getting, appetizers?
Well, Chris, I mean, you look at that menu, George, if you wouldn't mind. I mean, I've been here obviously hundreds, thousands of times probably. It's one of my favorite places to go to. But I mean, Chris, this is your first time. So George, if you could walk us through this menu and just kind of show us some treats.
Yes. So again, I always mention the beef carpaccio. It's raw, it's fresh, it's thinly sliced. It just melts in your mouth like a winter snow. And that's a very popular one. It takes very little effort to get out here in like 3 minutes. Now, one of the other ones that we just put on the menu, and this is like one of our rare cooked meats, ribs.
Ooh.
Some delicious ribs. Yes.
The rack of ribs does sound good.
And they're so big. They're the biggest ones. We don't even St. Louis cut them. We leave all the meat on them. All the meat, flap and everything.
Chris, wipe that drool off your face, Chris.
I see
you're
you over
hungry.
there. I see you over
He's
there.
about to eat it up.
And when we season it with a house, it's like again, we don't waste nothing here. So we actually take bone marrow and bone dust, mixed with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic in there. Spread it thinly on there, and see you think I already see you're scrunching your eyebrow, and you're just thinking like ooh, bone dust on my ribs, but it adds a lovely texture. Really takes on the smoke. The smoke adheres to the bone dust. It's so good.
Don't knock it till you try it, Chris. Don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, shall we try it?
I mean, you know what? Here, George, I mean, it is a special event. Chris and I have been in business for one whole year, one complete full year. And I think we're going to get all of those for the entrees. But before we do, what was those appetizers that you always serve? It's like the fingerlings or something.
Oh, yes. The fingerling potatoes. But they're not, secret is they're not really potatoes.
No.
But definitely some fingerlings.
Chris, you're not vegan, are you?
Yeah.
You're not vegan, are you?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. Because we're
good.
not going to eat an ounce of potatoes or vegetables. This is all meat.
Yes, all meat. We've got pecan now, spelt like bacon, but it's pecan because it's not from the pig. It's just a different source of meat. But pecan is really popular here. We cut it into little cubes, kind of like little burnt-in bites. You might like that.
Yeah.
Do you like chitlins?
Do I like what?
Do you like
Chitlins,
chitlins?
Chris.
Chitlins. What are chitlins?
Oh, it's a southern classic. Well, here in the most extreme south in hell, it's a real southern classic made from intestines. Now, don't let that name fool you. They've been cleaned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust you.
George is on top of the cleaning,
Let's-
and the pecan sounds amazing too. I might have to order some of that as well.
Let's bring some out.
George, this is all sounding amazing. I think we should just get one of everything. What the hell? Let's get one of everything.
Oh, I can't wait. I just cannot wait. Let me just run to the kitchen real quick. I'll get that whipped up in a jiff. Give me like 5 minutes, okay?
Okay. All right. Hey, liking it, Chris? Yeah, pretty fancy place,
It is
huh?
fancy. It's different than a lot. I'm just getting a weird. Are you getting a weird vibe from George?
No, George is the best. Donnie's, I've been coming here for, oh God, what did he say, 150 years? But he's got like 300 years of cooking experience. Best in the biz.
Okay.
What?
I don't know. He just seems too nice for hell.
Maybe he doesn't belong down here. Maybe he deserves a second crack at things, Like we could test him out and see if, against my better judgment, maybe he belongs in heaven, but I would hate to lose Donnie's, George is such an integral part, he's what makes this amazing restaurant what it is,
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I've got everything here now. We ran out of some oxtail, unfortunately, but Speaking of butt, I do have Boston butt. Very popular. Here's some Boston butt.
Big and juicy. It's huge.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
Yes, it is. It's 8 pounds. Can you believe it?
That's meaty.
Slow roast.
Wow.
So let me just gonna put this over here next to the boning knife. We've got some pickled onions here. This is just a jar of vinegar. I just feel like vinegar goes a long way. So here you go. Here's some hot milk, and then here's some pecan. Here's some berries. And then this is just, I think this is just grass. We don't really have salad down here, but here's some grass.
Okay.
Grass is a delicacy in hell.
I haven't seen grass in a while. It's hard to find grass in hell.
Hey, Chris,
so
touch grass. Touch it. Wow. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah,
nice.
that's right.
Yes, well, only at Donnie's Fine
yeah.
Dining can you find the finest grass. I mean, let's just be honest.
Oh, man. George, we're recording this. I'm sorry. This isn't like some FBI tape kind of thing. I'm not going to, get you for some crime. We are recording because we run a podcast. It's pretty successful. Maybe you've heard of it. Good Morning from Hell.
Oh, my God. No, I've never heard of that.
Okay. Well, anyways, on our show, one of the things that we like to do for people who follow us on Patreon, one of the things that they do with their Patreon subscription is they enter themselves in to be roasted. So we're going to roast a person. Would you like to join us?
I would love to, because I just dug a hole for roasting. So let's go.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. We're looking through. Okay. Up on my phone, it looks like we've got Jax. Jax, you're about to get roasted. Oh.
Hello, Jax.
Oh, Jax. Kind of skimped it.
No. Like we roast him digitally, like he's he entered
my
in information.
Yeah, like we make fun of them.
Yeah, like
okay.
roasting.
I'm so sorry. Is there egg on my face for that one? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. Your head's in the zone. You're thinking of cooking. Anyways, okay. So let me see a brief description about Jax. It says the dichotomy of my personality is Jim Bro, but a Ravenclaw who wants to show you magic tricks. Ugh. They love video games, bird watching. No, they are not a grandpa, haha, and WWE.
Okay, so they're into Harry Potter and they also do magic tricks.
And
do they actually think they're a wizard?
And they watch birds.
And they like to they claim that they're a gym bro and they like WWE.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right here. You cannot be a gym bro and do magic. You just you can't do both. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna clock his bench max at about 125. Sorry, Jax. Let me see. Jax for work is a software consultant, and as far as an embarrassing story or confession, they said the absolute nerdiest thing about me is that I used to be an admin on a Naruto RPG themed Minecraft server.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm going to slow that down
one more time.
I don't fully understand all these words. Naruto RPG themed Minecraft server. George, do any of those words mean anything to you?
I just want to know how big were the boobies they built in that Minecraft server, because that sounds like all the things of someone looking to make some porn nobody can see.
Yeah.
So are they role playing as Naruto?
I don't know.
In Minecraft?
Is this code for Virgin server? I don't fully understand.
The magician checks
those
out.
titties were nice and big. Can I say titties?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. They have a little bit more of a story. They said, the hardest I've ever been called out in my life is that my coworkers managed to find my YouTube channel that I used and put a screenshot in the group chat asking who it was. It sounds like he's already been roasted. Sounds like
it sounds like your coworkers roast you on a regular occasion.
You need to work on your burner accounts. No one's supposed to know who those are. You Kevin Durant? Come on.
Their latest videos included how to build a bigger back and coin magic tutorials.
Ooh.
Oh, Jax,
how to build a bigger back.
Jax, I think you might be the victim of bullying, but you didn't sign up for that one. You didn't pay for that one. That's just your coworkers are giving that one out for free, but it's not a good deal.
I think you should stop making coins disappear and spend money on some better hobbies.
Yeah.
Because
yes, and get some protein shakes.
We're ending that roast on a bit of a sad note because I feel bad for Jax now. I mean, they just Jax.
Jax, the best thing that you've done is sign up for Good Morning from Hell. That's kind of how I'll end it.
Probably the most interesting thing about you too. Yeah.
This is what you should talk about, not the magic. When you introduce yourself at a bar, don't talk about the magic. Talk about the Patreon.
Yeah, Jax's best magic trick is that he can make women disappear. Okay, enough about Jax. Let's move on to our next order of business. Hey, this week's episode is brought to you by Mando. Hey, do you want to smell good? You want to not smell like Chris? Well, you got to try out some Mando. They make cold body deodorant. It's safe to use anywhere in your body. I'm talking the pits, the balls, the thigh folds, the belly buttons, the butt cracks, and the feet. They sent me a box of goodies to try out. I love their body wash. I love their stick deodorant. But I have a great little story. This is not made up. This is true. I was running late for a meeting, and I realized I hadn't showered in 3 days. But fortunately, I had their deodorant wipes in my car. I whipped those babies out, gave a little scrub-a-dub-dub to my private parts. Boy, howdy, I was smelling like I just freshly showered. Disgusting story, but hey, that way I know that they're good and that I can talk to you guys about Mando, and you guys know that you can shop with confidence. I could go on all day about the quality of these guys' products. All their products are baking soda free and paraben free. Hey, get that baking soda and paraben away from me. That's right. That's why I use Mando. It also got a lot of scents, wonderful scents like bourbon leather and clover woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Oh, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick of deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. So use code GMFH at shopmando.com. Once again, that code is GMFH at shopmando.com. I'm going to spell it out for you. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. That's a catchy line. I love that. This week's episode of Good Morning from Hell is sponsored by Hero Forge. Hey, we're good friends over at Hero Forge. I've talked to you guys about him a dozen times, but I'm going to talk to you about him a dozen more times. I made a custom little Clayton miniature. Carry him with me for good luck because he's so cute and he's so colorful. But anyways, Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. They've got an easy-to-use design tool that lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser. They offer custom minis in a variety of materials, including color-printed options. Just look at my tiny little red Clayton guy. And they're constantly expanding their catalog of customizable options. They're adding new parts every week and major features like new species and custom posing on a regular basis. We love Hero Forge. And the Hero Forge 2.0 color technology allows you to create your perfect miniature in color with advanced features like decals, makeup, war paint, and more. You can design your unique miniature and get it printed in full color. No painting needed. None of that is necessary. They also got kit patching. It's a new feature for pro subscribers that levels up the customization experience on Hero Forge. With kit patching, the minis now have greater customization, including more granular hand and finger posing, independently posable legs and feet, and scaling for individual body parts. I mean, you can really get into the minutia with kit patching. Kit patching sounds amazing. I mean, it allows users to have more freedom than ever before to create bespoke miniatures that represent their characters' unique, personalized stories. Hey, so go check it out, Visit HeroForge.com to start designing your custom miniature today and check back often. New content is added every week. Once again, go to HeroForge.com and use code GOODMORNING to get 5% off all orders of physical miniatures. That is HeroForge.com. Use code GOODMORNING and get 5% off all orders of physical miniatures. Thank you so much for sponsoring us, Hero Forge. Okay, I'm so sorry, George. What do we got going on here? It looks like we're plating up.
Oh, we've just got a lovely spread now. The boning knife is right there. You definitely are going to need that, especially for this nice little leg here. Some of the most tender meat on this leg. Look at this. Look at this right down here near the calf section of the leg. You're not going to get a whole leg in any other type of restaurant.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's a Donnie exclusive, yeah.
And it's skinny.
Lots of growth hormone, that's all. We're fans of growth hormones down here. Up there, they don't like it, they frown upon it. But down here, no, we inject everything with it.
Yeah, we love it.
So how tall is this cow? Because this cow, the legs on this thing.
If I had to remember correctly, I want to say from this morning it was about 6'3". 6'3" felt like a good size. I looked right in the eyes is where I looked them at, and I said it's time to die.
It's so good though. It's so good. I'm real. Chris, try some. Your plate is going cold.
It is good. It's just weird looking. It's a weird. And these are fingerlings.
If you ever eaten meat in another country, sometimes it looks a little bit different. I remember the first time I went to Paris, the chicken wings were just so tiny.
Yeah.
Here, everything's bigger. It's almost like Texas.
Yeah.
Chris, don't question. Just
I mean, it's good. God. I'm not gonna say it's good. I'm not gonna say, hey, Donnie. It's good.
You did the thing that I love. So, when you go to a fine dining place, you never just sit down and automatically put like the salt and pepper on it. You got to taste it first and then make the adjustments. And I like that you just ignored the vinegar or the hollandaise sauce over there. You just went straight to the meat.
So tell us about is that your special house brand of hollandaise sauce? Like what went into making that?
Oh, yes. That was about 4 days of work. Oh, my hollandaise sauce.
Shows.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Just full of, I put a lot of life into it.
Oh, yeah.
And some food coloring as well.
Oh,
no. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So The fingerlings. I gotta go back to the fingerlings because they look like fingers. I'm sorry. They look like fingers.
Well, they're called fingerlings for a reason, okay?
Yeah, Chris, here comes an airplane. Here comes one. It's
yeah,
going in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Come on.
There he goes.
But beef don't have fingers.
Okay.
Cows don't have fingers.
Chicken tenders aren't in the shapes of dinosaurs.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, what are you going to say? Buffalo wings are coming from real buffalo?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, oxtail doesn't look like oxtail.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't.
I'm going to go back to these ribs. Chris, you haven't tried the ribs yet. You got to load up on these
I'll
bad
definitely
boys.
get those ribs.
Yeah, they're good. I don't think I've tasted anything like this before.
No, of course not. Of course not. You know, because we source our meat at the highest elevations. The Sierra Nevada has some great selections of food. And I spent, again, a whole winter there.
Can you tell? Yeah, so tell me more about the winter.
It's a small school, about 81 people. Only about 30 of us graduated. But so, you know, it's a very tough school to get through. But, you know, we what can I say? Like, how did I even get on this journey? Like, Springfield, started out in Springfield, and we just heard about this lovely place called California and how great their avocado toast is. So we said, you know what? Let's get the ox and the wagons together and let's just go on an adventure. And then we found the school on the way there and just decided to spend the winter nice and cozy, bundled up together.
You found a school?
This is in the middle of nowhere.
What did you say your last name was?
Oh, that doesn't even matter. But if you want to know, Donner.
Yeah, it's
Donner.
Donner.
Yeah,
yes.
Donnie's.
Donner.
Chris,
Donnie.
Donnie's. Yeah.
So,
From
as in
Springfield.
Donner Party?
Yes. You've heard of us?
Chris, what's
Okay.
Chris,
yeah,
what's
okay.
wrong? You're not touching your food anymore.
So this is human.
No. If it was human, I would have told you that. I would have said, oh, here is some hands from a guy named Jack. I didn't do that. I just said beef carpaccio.
Wait,
But
that's
do you
hold up a
guys
second.
have
Hold up a
hands
second. There's a ring on this fingerling.
That's just
And
a
it said
garnish.
Jack.
It's just a
It says
garnish.
Jack.
There's a lot of gold up in the Sierra Nevada, and that's just a garnish we have. We
Yeah,
ran out of
this
gold
is-
flakes, so all we had was this little clump of gold we just put on the finger.
I get that it's edible, but it's also human.
No.
You're George
No.
Donner from the Donner Party.
No, you just haven't seen our cats, that's all. You're not used to their feet.
What?
George, I think. Oh, God, it's so good. Those ribs are so good. I think the jig is up. I think we got to come clean to Chris.
All right. Fine. Yes, I'm George Donner from the Donner Party. But I just want to make one thing clear, not my fault.
It's not his fault, Chris.
Whatever you're going to ask, not my fault.
Chris, why are you
Okay.
not touching your food? It's getting cold.
It's getting cold, yes.
You say it's not your fault, right? Mm-hmm. But you ate your family.
I
Correct.
did not eat my family. I consumed what was given to me with no questions asked.
He got crafty, Chris. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and sometimes you have to eat your daughter or your uncle or your brother. It just happens.
Yes. See, it'd be different if I strangled them with my own hands, but I didn't do that, okay? Mother Nature took them. The big man upstairs, he decided it was their time. I don't want to waste nothing.
Whose idea was it to start eating people?
I mean, whose idea is it any day to just start eating? It's just something you have to do.
Well, yeah, but not people.
I mean what am I going to eat? A tree? There's no trees up there. It's just rocks
Can't
and
eat
snow.
trees, Chris.
Yeah, can't eat trees.
Yeah.
It has to have been traumatic eating your family, right?
I mean, if you just turn them face down, then you don't really recognize them anymore. So you start from the back.
Yeah. That's why the Boston butt is probably one of George's best specialty meals. I mean, you stopped eating the Boston butt, but it is delicious. You can't deny.
No, I know. It was delicious, and I hate to say that, actually, but
He's got a taste
no,
for it.
I, no,
He's got a taste for it.
I know
I thought
someone
so.
I
who's
lost my
fancying.
appetite. I'm sorry. I just.
Hey, George, I just want to. Hey, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Can we get like a bottle of your finest? You know, just.
Yes. I've got something that's been aging for 20 years. I'll be right back.
Okay, great. All right. Chris, what are you doing?
I'm not, I don't want to eat people. I don't want to eat people.
You can't
I don't
tell
want to eat people.
the chef that you've lost your appetite. This is my favorite place. You're embarrassing me at my favorite restaurant. This is Donnie's.
Okay, but can I just eat the grass?
No, Chris, you have to eat the whole thing, you know? I'm taking you out. This is a special occasion. We're celebrating 1 whole year of business together.
I'll just stick to the. I feel like I might be going vegetarian.
What? Just now? Oh, come on, Chris.
I just feel like I might be going vegetarian.
Chris, no, you can't. It's not like a mood. You can't just suddenly say, "Oh, I'm feeling vegetarian today." Come on, just eat the foods. At least pretend to enjoy it, so that you don't embarrass me in front of my friend George Donner of the Donner Party.
All right.
He's coming back. Hey, George. Hey.
Here we go. The finest blood port.
Oh, yum.
You're gonna love this. Let me just. I do a little bit more than the normal pour here. I like to make sure the glasses are nice and full. And some of the
hold out your glass, Chris. Hold out your glass.
There you go. There you
Cheers.
go. Cheers. Yes. This is a fine port. Aged about 300 years or so. Really, really good. And it's got a special place in my heart. It came from my wife, believe it or not.
Wow.
Slow, yes.
Delightful.
Yes. From my wife. I remember the moment she bottled it. The life
She
disappeared.
bottled it herself?
Yes, technically she did. She made it herself, and I just remember the moment the life just kind of went out in her eyes. And
George, I'm getting notes of cholera. Is that what I'm tasting there?
yes, one of many things. There was cholera, there was typhoid. What was that other thing? Gangrene. There's lots of things. A lot of bacteria can survive the winter in the Sierra Nevada, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, how do you like there? Do you what kind of body are you getting from your your
tell me
glass?
the body.
Oh man, I just got to drive though. You know, I got to drive.
No, you didn't. We walked here.
Oh, well, but that's a form of driving your legs, right?
No, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Do a
Chug,
taste.
chug.
Oh,
There it goes.
oh man! I spilled it all over my. What
Oh,
embarrassing!
no. Let me get some moist towelettes for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. How embarrassing!
Yeah, Chris.
Oh.
Chris hasn't been in a fancy establishment like Donnie's, in a minute. Sorry, George.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Luckily, we have about 6 more quarts of my wife's blood port.
Bring him out. Special occasion. I wanted to see
occasion
Chris
wine.
just get cut loose. Chris, cut loose.
Yes. It would make me so sad if you didn't get to drink all of it. It's almost as sad as her passing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it that sad though? Because you immediately started drinking her blood and eating her.
Well, I didn't want to go to waste, but it was pretty sad.
I mean, what was that conversation like? All right, you're up in the mountains, y'all are starving.
Well, it wasn't really much of a conversation to have because at that point, she kind of lost consciousness, was really digging her nails into my hands from all the convulsions and whatnot. But then it just kind of, a calm just kind of set in and she just stopped shaking. And I couldn't tell if, she was at peace or the body just gave up. It was kind of a confusing time because I was shaking too. It's pretty cold up there. And I saw a little cut. A little bit of blood was dripping out, and was just like, in her honor, I'm just going to go ahead and just collect this. And originally I kept it as a keepsake, and now we're drinking.
A keepsake. Yeah.
Now I'm enjoying it. Oh, just smell it, Chris. It's good.
I want to go back to that first conversation. They're all there.
Yeah.
Having a party.
Yeah, that's family.
And, people are dying. Like, what was that conversation like between everyone? Was everyone okay to just start digging in and eating? Was there arguments?
Well, the funny thing about the Sierra Nevada is just that natural preservation just kind of occurs. And so that's about 9 days of the body just laying there. It was just like, it's not stinking. It'd be a shame to just not eat this non-stinking meat that's been out for 9 days. It's almost like a miracle. It's like the Hanukkah of the Sierra Nevada, just kept staying fresh preserved. And, it was either eat wood or eat some grass. Grass. Or little Julie laying over there, face down, because we rolled her over. We didn't want to, her eyes were just wide open. Rolled her over, and then, over time, stack the bodies and just start deciding which one we're going to eat first. And see,
face down, ass up. That's the way I like to eat. That's right.
Exactly. Yeah. And you didn't even notice the herb crust that we put between the butt cheeks.
Chrissy, did you notice that? Did you notice that, Chris?
I didn't notice the herb crust.
Yeah, right in the butt tuck. Right in the butt tuck.
And I love eating ass, so.
Well, go ahead, Chris.
Yes,
There's plenty left. There's another cheek.
Yes, it's nice.
No,
you can literally
much
just grab it with your hand
already.
and squeeze it. It falls apart.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. George, we haven't really talked about your time in the Donner Party. I've never wanted to bring it up, but Chris seems so interested in talking about that and eating humans. What was that first meal like, after eating your own kind? Like, how did that sit with you?
Well, the actual eating experience itself, left a little bit to be desired because it's not like we had salt and pepper around. We just had to use the natural just sweat glands and hoping that there was some little bit of salt. We had some porky people with us. So kind of bland. Just imagine just eating some unseasoned chicken and then, oh my God, the worst mud butt you have ever had in my life. Like I had to walk about a good 50 yards away just so it wouldn't stink up the camp. Oh my God. And it lasted for about 2-3 days. I thought I was going to die from dehydration. Luckily, surrounded by snow. Just eat some snow. Hope nobody's peed in it and you're good to go. And I'd say about a weekend, body just gets kind of used to it. And then you just get creative. You know, you find some leaves, some herbs and berries, and you just smother that on the skin, and that kind of becomes the seasoning. And you become a pro at it. You realize you can just thinly shave off layers. You don't have to cut. See, you're probably thinking we just cut a whole section of the leg off. No, you just cut a little top portion, cover the rest up with some snow. When you want to go back, just get a little more, another portion, and that's just how it goes. It's kind of what we do here. It's our philosophy here.
Yeah. So you made it out alive?
Alive? I don't really know about that because I don't really remember much after I lost the feeling on my right side of my body.
Oh. So you died?
Yeah, I'm guessing I died if I came down here. But let me just tell you, going from the frozen mountains to this lovely, cozy place, oh my God.
I remember when George landed in hell, he was like, finally. And then he just started chomping on the nearest guy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, they were so impressed when I got here. They were just like, oh, he's one of us.
Yeah. We gave him a restaurant pretty quickly. Yeah.
How does that make you feel, though? Because after you died, they probably ate you.
Well, I would never ask someone to do something that I wouldn't do. So, hey, if you're going to eat these people, then by all means, eat me. What am I going to do with my body?
Yeah.
I wish I could have cooked it. I could make myself taste delicious.
I bet you would have been delicious aside from the mud butt. I feel like that might have been a deterrent.
Yes. You would have had to. You would have had to really scrub down there to make that part edible.
Yeah.
God,
oh my God, George, this has just been such a delightful meal.
I'm so
I am
glad.
stoked for dessert.
Oh, I am too. Let me just run to the kitchen real quick and grab it. I have a special delight for you. I know you're just gonna love. And hey, Chris, just relax a little bit. You look so tense. You've been tense since the moment
Chris.
you got here.
Okay.
Let me just rub your shoulders. Oh my God, these shoulders, so much tension. I feel all the knots. If you let me, I can
Chris,
work these out.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to massage.
You're sweating, Chris. Where are you? Is it the meat sweats? It's all that meat you've eaten, huh?
The way it just glistens that skin. Let me just stop. I'm gonna go get the dessert. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, all right, George, all right.
I don't like the way he massages me.
What? He's a nice guy. That's top tier 6-star upside down star quality treatment, Chris.
No, but this is a restaurant. He's massaging me.
I don't know what you're saying. I see no ulterior motives. George is a good friend of mine, and he is just giving you the best dining experience you could possibly get in hell. All right? Yummy! Look at this.
Yes.
Wow.
We call these
that?
our honey buns. They are cinnamon glazed ears. And the wax is still in them. We actually put headphones over the ears for a few days to really just help promote the growth of the wax. And then we take them off, cinnamon glaze them up, bake them for a little bit, and there you go.
So good. I kind of like to treat them like little, like little shellfish things where I just suck out the
Yes.
wax. It's nice and melty.
Yes.
Oh, this is so good. Chris, try one.
Little Debbie could
man.
never.
Oh, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I can't. Oh man, and
It's because of all that tension in there.
Yeah. I've got a big thing tonight that I gotta do, and I don't want to.
Looking at your calendar, I don't see anything, Chris. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well,
You could do that thing here.
it's kind of like I was gonna. I'm running a marathon.
What?
Yeah.
When did you start running?
Just today.
Well, Chris, you need to carb up
Yeah,
if you're
you
going to be
gotta
running that
carb load.
marathon. You need one of these honey buns.
Yeah. We don't have any Alfredo
just-
pasta, though. I've got some intestines in the back.
You know what? I'm so sorry to ask this, George. What is the back like? I've never seen your kitchen before.
Oh, it's
Should you
one of
introduce
the
this?
nicest open air kitchens you have ever seen. It's just all the fires of hell are ovens. It's just so nice. You could fit a whole person in our ovens.
I bet you can.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
don't doubt it one bit.
Would you like to see?
No.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I would love to. Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Come on. He's inviting us
Just
to
put
the
these
back. Let's
just
go.
put these hair nets on real quick, and you can come on
Okay.
back.
Oh yeah. Don't
right.
want anything unsanitary to get into the food.
Yeah, we gotta keep
Yeah.
that grade above an A.
That's right.
No.
Wow. This is huge. Look at the size of this restaurant. And look at all your knives.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Knife for every occasion. And we sharpen them daily.
Wow.
Yeah. And over here, see,
Yeah.
let me just show you how sharp these are real quick. Just a little nip right there. And there you
Ow,
go. Yeah.
All right, you just cut off my hand. Clayton, he's cut off my hand. He's
That's
gonna eat
sharp.
my hand.
What is that? What kind of brand is that? Is that like one of those ninja knives?
Oh, it's like a Victorinox knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta
Sharper image,
go.
or where do you get those? Where do you Brookstone? I don't even know where you
Oh,
get
I
those.
just got these right off of Amazon. $30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Very
All right,
nice.
the kitchen's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Chris, we got to make sure it's safe because otherwise people will be trying to get
Just
in here
coming
and eating all the
back
good
here,
food.
just grabbing all the food they want. Now, let me show you this lovely sous vide machine. Let me just grab your leg real quick. Now, see,
Nah.
this is how we use the power of thermodynamics to perfectly cook our meats, and then we sear it later on. So I'm just gonna just put your leg in this little Ziploc bag and throw it right in this hot water, and we'll just let that go for about 5 hours.
Wow, that looks delicious. Yeah, I can tell.
And so over here is where we have some grains, and right here, I just want to just show you just how deep this food storage containers can go. This is where we keep everything stocked up. Just go ahead and just take a little look in there, Chris.
Chris, go ahead. Yeah, get in there.
No, I'm okay. I'm
Let's go ahead and
okay.
stick
Here,
it.
George, help me up. Help me lift him. Here you go.
Here you go.
1 foot, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, this is an oven.
That's an oven, isn't it, George?
Right?
You got me. You got me. I can't pull no tricks on y'all.
Oh, man. How long do you think Chris is going to be cooking for?
Oh, I'd say, given his weight range and the amount of fat on his body, I'd say about maybe 3 hours just to get it nice
3
and up and
hours?
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I got some errands to run, but I can be back and, I might jog some of this off, and then I'll be right hungry again in 3 hours. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds perfect.
I'll eat
You'll be
the
back
food
just in
now.
time for happy hour.
Oh, I love
eat the
happy
food.
hour.
You let
Chris,
me out, I'll eat the food.
oh, that's nice, Chris. Hey, you just take a load off, pal. You know, you're just treat it like a little sauna day, okay, buddy?
Yeah, if you could do me a favor, Chris, just put your hands behind your back and cross your feet. We just like things to kind of be presented that way when it's done cooking.
We got to let the rigor mortis, pose you in like a cool way, all right, Chris?
Yeah.
Now, if you look over to your left, Chris, there is some butter and there's some paprika and some of that delicious bone marrow seasoning. You mind just giving yourself a little dash around the neck?
Go ahead, Chris. Do what the man says.
You got it. We're looking through the glass. I'll guide you through it. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you
It
go.
does feel nice on my
Yeah,
skin.
a little bit more on the
Yeah, there you
collarbone
go.
if you could. A little bit more on the collarbone. That's everyone's favorite part. There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Mm.
You're looking great, Chris.
The butter is good, I gotta say that.
Yeah, it's cooling you down, and it's gonna make you nice and moist for later.
I mean, it's better. It does help the burns, the butter.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Well, George, this has been amazing, and thank you so much for taking good care of Chris. I am so delighted to see that he's going to be a delicious meal later.
It
Wow.
has been my pleasure. Anytime you want to bring somebody by, just go ahead. Go for it.
Oh, you know me. I'll be by next week. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for listening to this episode of Good Morning from Hell. Hey, just so you know, we have a Patreon. You don't even need to pay to be on it. Just go and sign up for free, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, we're gonna be posting a lot of stuff for free. Just there's stuff that you exclusive to people like our bonus show, Why We're Going to Hell. But also there's gonna be some sketches and things like that that'll be up for free. So just go sign up, and then you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, Chris, go ahead and stick that apple in your mouth real quick, actually. There you go.
Yes.
There it is. And if you want to support the show, please feel free. $6.66 to sign up for our Patreon. You get a lot of awesome shows, like Chris was saying before he stuck that apple in his mouth. But just going over to goodmorningfromhell.com, sign up, get a little membership for free, and All right. Well, George, thanks, man. I'll be seeing you later.
I can't wait. Can't wait. Let me go find my
Eat
Toms.
you later, Chris. See you later, Chris. Hail Clayton. Hey guys, thanks for listening to another episode. I want to thank our special guest, John Holland.
Hey.
John, thanks for being on.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Tell the people what you're working on these days and where they can find you.
Hey, if you want to find my personal work, Poor Choices Kitchen, that's P-O-U-R. We like to give people liquid courage in the kitchen when we're making recipes, so you can do more than just air frying and microwaving. And we do drop an episode every single week, so you can go check that out on YouTube. And we've got a Patreon as well. Everything's up there. We'd love the support. And if you want to give a couple eyes towards the AMP YouTube channel, I am the lead editor there. If you want to leave nice comments about, hey, this editing is way better than 6 months ago, that'll go a long way as well. But that's been a fun adventure as well. So those are like the two things I'm doing.
We used to work together at Rooster Teeth, and you've been making really cool content since the closure, and like your cooking content is actually really cool. So that's why you doing the Donner Party just made perfect sense.
Yeah. When you all sent me the list of characters, I was like, I know it's got to be something cooking related. And then when I saw Donner, I was like, yes, that one.
It was the perfect fit. Yeah, and if you're on Instagram or whatever, please go check out John's channel and his page, because he posts these videos. And every time I see one, I get extremely hungry. Like, your food always looks incredible. And the editing is, again, on point, because you're a crack editor. So.
Oh, thank you. That's like the funnest part, is just trying to figure out the intro every single week. and they're just getting dumber and dumber.
Tell people again where that's at.
That is Poor Choices Kitchen on YouTube. And if you want to follow me, I'm Han Jolin on Instagram. There's also Poor Choices Instagram, but I rarely post on that one. But yeah, Han Jolin, Poor Choices Kitchen, those two right there, you would do great in supporting me.
Yeah. And we're going to go record Why We're Going to Hell right now. We're going to talk about some of our worst kitchen eating sins. So you can check that out next week.
I just remembered what my story is going to be, and it's going to be a nightmare. So yeah, go check us out on our Patreon. We'll see you over there. All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.